So today we're going to talk about this developing patient. When you look at your research, there is a possibility that we can develop that. That's the first thing I wanted to make it clear, is that everybody here agree, or if you don't agree, let's talk about it before we started, that we can actually develop anything that we want. Okay, so we are done with our physical evolution, part of our evolution as a progress. We are done with that. Science is saying today that no, we cannot grow our brain. You know, our species is not going to make our brains become bigger in the future. That's not going to be possible. So the physical evolution for the humans here on Earth are done, but we have a long way to go when it comes to spiritual evolution. So we're still evolving. And one of the things that we have to think about is the idea of, if we were born a certain way, we can transform. And if we don't have certain things that we think it's useful, we can develop that. And we have everybody on the same page? Okay, right. So, so today we're going to talk about patience, about how can we develop that. And let's start it by, are you consider yourself to be patient? No? No? Nobody here? I am? Okay, you are patient? Okay. In certain situation, good, we're going to see that. It depends on the situation. Okay, we're going to see some of the situations here soon, okay? So if you're not patient, okay, can you see the importance to become patient? Yeah? Okay, okay. Let's go to it. Okay, first thing, when we don't have patience, I think I need the microphone for him.
No, we changed the system.
Oh, okay. So Larry cannot hear me. So
Let's be patient.
Let's be patient, yes. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Larry, can you hear me? Yes? Okay, good. So at least you can hear me a little bit. Okay. If you have no patience, okay, there is two effects that comes with that. One is anger, and the second one is hostility. Okay? So if you don't have patience, those two major effects, okay? And no one likes to feel like, oh, it's so wonderful to be angry. Nobody likes that. And the hostility, it's a problem, because when you don't have patience, that interferes in every single aspect of your life. And there is a few studies going on today about the connection with well-being and patience. It seems like when you are patient, you usually have more self-compassion, more empathy, and more love. Okay? So it's important, okay? And impatience, and there is also another study that connects depression to that, for not being patient. Anxiety, of course, with that also. and other problems. So it's important for us to look at this subject. The concept of patience is one of the basic attitudes of conscious awareness, as it constitutes the foundation of Buddhism philosophy. So to Buddhism, patience plays a huge role. Patience is a kind of wisdom according to Buddhism philosophy. Patience is to acknowledge and understand that everything has a course of time. It is the ability to wait calmly in the face of frustration or adversity. Let's analyze ourselves right now. How patient are we? Okay? What touched me here on this definition is the knowledge and understanding. So it's not only the knowledge, it's also the understanding that everything has a course of time. Nothing's going to happen the way you want it, right? Right there. It's just like you plant a little seed and you go in and you go like this. Come on, grow. Where is my fruit? Would that help with anything? No. So you understand the concept, and but you understand that everything in life, okay, it takes a certain amount of time. And sometimes we just have to wait. And that's the bigger issue. We don't know how to wait. We want it right there. And also, it is the ability to wait calmly in the face of frustration or adversity. Wait, we're going to have to wait. Okay? When frustration comes, either if you choose or not, you're going to have to wait. You're going to have to wait until it passes. You're going to have to wait until the other person, whatever situation in life, if you don't have a job, you're going to have to wait for the opportunity to come, okay? So you're going to have to wait. Anyway, that doesn't mean that you have patience. What means that you have patience is when you wait calmly. So you are calm when that happens, okay? That's what patience is. So patient person are calmer and compassionate. Impatient person are accusatory and nervous. Okay. It's funny because of all the virtues that we think we need to develop. When we talk about impatience and patience, it seems to be the one that people are most proud of it. If I ask the audience today, are you selfish? I don't know, maybe. Do you envy others? They're gonna go, ah. Are you impatient? Yes, yes, I'm impatient, okay? Because we only think that by not, it's almost like it's a virtue not to have patience. We say that to ourselves all the time when it's very easy for us to say, you know, I have no patience with her. I'm sorry, but it's like it's a wonderful thing. We have no no shame whatsoever to talk about impatience because we think it's a good thing. And everybody in some kind of sense, most people are actually kind of proud, you know, not to have patience, you know. And there is a problem because, can you guys tell me this? How can you relate being patient to accuse people? Hmm?
Because sometimes you're impatient not because of the person. You're impatient with your problems you're having yourself.
Mm-hmm. But how can you connect this with this?
Why? You accuse people to be impatient because others act. Because I did this because he did that.
Okay.
He took too long.
Uh-huh.
He didn't listen to me. Didn't see me.
Karen?
Is it also because we don't take the time to think through what might be happening? We accuse because we don't take enough time to think about it.
Yes. And you, Mayor?
Give me a minute.
Oh,
They're not meeting, you have expectations,
okay.
and if they don't meet your expectations,
Mm-hmm.
then that causes some.
Okay. So this, you know, this means we accuse, we blame, right? So when you don't have patience, it's always the other people's fault. You don't take responsibility of your own actions. It's always the other person's fault. And that, you know, it's a problem. And then, of course, you also become nervous. Okay? So right underneath of that impatience, there was something else that we're going to talk about. Now let's see what kind of patience we can have. There is something called short-term patience. Let's see who is like that. Often referred to us as waiting situation in everyday life. For an example, situation like traffic congestion, waiting for the bus or the plane, and waiting in line in restaurants. Who have this type of patience? You do? Okay, who does never get like, I mean, we know traffic is annoying, right? It might be annoying, but that takes the, you know, that makes us stress. Yes or no? It could be. Okay, then you don't have that patience. That makes it clear, okay? Because being patient is waiting calmly. Calmly. If you wait, but don't wait calmly, you have no patience. Okay? Let's make it clear. What about waiting on a bus or in a plane? Okay? If the plane is late, the bus is late, and waiting in line at restaurant. How? This is such an important tool right there. When you have that long line at the restaurant, that you choose to go on the line. You choose to be on that line. How do you wait? Knocking. She's so slow, like a sheer, you know. Do we do that? Or we calmly wait for your turn? Okay. So that's short term. That should be easy, right? Right? Now we have the, huh? If you will. And then, yeah.
The line is
Yeah. 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 So it's a choice, right? So now we have a long-term patient. Let's see who is patient at that particular time. It's defined as the ability of individual to cope with any compelling experience. For an example, long-term disease, financial problems, the attitude of mothers against the newborn babies. Are you patient when you have financial problems? You calmly wait, but of course doing whatever you're supposed to be doing, whatever you're supposed to be doing it, and then you wait for the right job to come by, or you become so stressed. Huh? And also, this is an interest term. This is how patient, how important patient is. Long-term disease. You have to be patient. Otherwise, do we help or we make it worse? We make it worse. That's why not having patience is connected with health issues. Science is telling us this. If you don't have patience, chances are that you'll be sick easily, even to catch a cold. Why? Because when you don't have patience, your body is on a fight and flight constantly. And it doesn't take much. So your frustration level goes from this to that in seconds. Seconds. And sometimes we don't even realize that we are doing that. Okay? So, of course, we also have another problem here. Mothers against the newborn baby. Newborn babies cry a lot. And if you don't develop a patience towards that, something, can happen. And the other one is interpersonal patience. Is defined as the tolerance of persons against other individuals and their social relationship. For an example, patience shows against tough bosses, parents, adolescents, teenagers or students, or even your husband, your wife. Do you have patience in social relations? Do you have patience with that person here at the center who does not do things exactly the way you think they should be doing? Or you judge and blame? Look at what they're doing. Look what this person's doing. Look what the other person's doing. Look at what they're saying. No. Pointing fingers to anybody, to everybody all the time. Do you have patience at your workspace? Do you have patience with your boss? Okay? No, right? So let's go into this. If we dig, there is a connection also between patience. There is a study that shows the connection between patient and reward. So how is that? It seems like if we can develop patience, if we think that we're going to get something back. There was this interesting study a few years ago in McDonald's when they add the new burger that instead of being a frozen burger, pre-cooked, they change it to fresh burgers. But those burgers will take 60 seconds more to cook. 60 seconds. So in the drive-through, imagine 60 seconds more in the drive-through. So, yeah. So, so what they did was, it was the people were actually mad because it took 60 seconds longer than it used to. And then they did a research, and researchers found out that if you explain to people that if they wait, they will get a better burger, they will wait. They don't mind waiting when the reward comes. And they did that with mice too. They took some mouse and they did that. The mice didn't mind waiting as long as they knew that they would get something in the back. Yeah. So think about that. Are we actually extra patient when? Yes. When it's convenient?
Black Friday, see the lines in Black Friday.
Yeah. If you think you're getting, that's a perfect example. If you think you're getting something back, right? Then you're going to say, oh, I can certainly be a little bit, you go for a job interview, right? You go for a job interview, and then it's a really good job. They're going to pay you like this awesome amount of money, but it's taking a little bit longer, the interview. The person is half an hour late. So you sit there, and all of a sudden you have all the patience in the world, right? You don't go like, what? All right? But if you are at the doctor's office, and then half an hour late, you go, what? What is going on? I'm late, they're late. So what do you guys think is happening? Can we be patient? When it's convenient? When it's convenient, we can be patient. Right? You know what other thing? You know what it's below impatient and what's causing impatience? Arrogance. Arrogance. Am I pronouncing right? Arrogance. Arrogance. Yes. Arrogance. That's the number one reason for us for not to be patient. We can prove that because you will have all the patience and work with somebody that you think it's better than you. And you have no patience with somebody that you think it's worse than you. All the same. Right? I have all the patience in the world to listen to a billionaire talking, even though if he's drunk. But I'll have no patience if it's a homeless person. Huh? Why? What is wrong? Hmm? Okay. So one thing that that it can help us is to think that to be patient is the art of waiting with the right attitude. It's not the art of waiting, it's the art of waiting with the right attitude. That's what be patient means. So I brought it here. Same first slide, because I want you to think of how can we develop patience? What is the first thing we need to do? Recognize. Got it. What else? Find the triggers. What can we do, guys? Let's develop a plan for ourselves right now.
In my case, personally, I think spirituality helped me in trust. Like, for example, if I'm stuck in a traffic, I'm just calm because I know maybe it's a deliverance. Like, maybe I would be in an accident. Or if I miss the bus and the bus comes, okay, that's okay. There's another bus coming, maybe 1 hour later. But maybe that was like prevent something worse that could be on my way. It's a matter of trust on the spirit.
Okay. Okay. So be more trust to the universe, right? Okay. Who has another idea? There's not only one path. You.
Redirect your focus to something else.
Got it. Okay. That's a plan. Anybody else? Don't be selfish. Got it. What else? Breathe. Okay.
Compassion.
Okay. That's a problem. The study says that when you don't have the patience, you have trouble with compassion. There is a connection there. Okay? So what else? What's the plan? I'm not going to give you the plan. You have to come up with a plan. What is the plan to develop?
Small steps.
Small stuff, yes. Humble. There you go. Humble. Yes, because let me tell you something. If you don't see anybody worse or better than you, you will have patience. Try to see the world like this, because this is the truth. No one in this world is better than you, and no one is worse than you. But we always live in such a competitive world that we're thinking that we have those that are better than me, and I feel inferior to them. And the ones that are worse than me, that I judge, that are worse than me, I treat like, oh, I don't care about that. I don't care about that person. That person does not deserve my patience because it's nothing for me. I always think about that. When we that live here in the United States, when we go to Brazil, we have the tendency that if we go to any public places in Brazil, like governmental agency, at the moment that we go there, we have no patience. Like within 5 minutes, we lose our patience when we start judging, and we go, look at these people, look at how they work, look how slow they are, this is unbelievable, look at this. But when we go here in the United States to the Social Security office, it might take the whole day, and we're totally okay with that. Totally okay with that. Right? Why? Because we think that the United States of America is good. And the Brazil service is bad. So we don't have patience with what we assume is less than us. So when you say that you have no patience, you are saying that you are an arrogant person. That's the same thing. Exactly the same thing. So everything works. Yes, we got to breathe. We got to take our mind out of this. But those are Band-Aids. If we really want to work, we have to become humble. We have to get rid of the necessity to be better than anybody. And we have to accept that no one is better than us. No one. Period. I don't care who you are. You're not better than me. I don't care who you are. You're not worse than me. And it gets to the point when we see even animals like that. Life, trees. Why are you better than a tree? Why are you better than your cat or your dog? It's life. In life, it's a precious thing.
But there is a difference between being patient and being passive.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta be driven. Sometimes you have to be proactive.
Yeah, can you do that being calm? Can you be proactive at the same time being calm? Can you?
That's truly difficult.
Not really.
Sometimes you need adrenaline.
Okay. No, you don't need the adrenaline to do that. You need the motivation to do that. Motivation is what gives the adrenaline, not anger. See what I'm saying? If you self-motivate yourself to do good, you will have the serotonin on your body to accomplish whatever you want without being angry about it. You can do wonderful things in life. As a matter of fact, someone told this in the beginning. As a matter of fact, I think it was Carter. As a matter of fact, when you have no patience, you don't observe enough to take good choice. To make good choices.
I was about to say something, and what he said is basically what I was about to say is take a step back from the world today, because the world today tells us we have to do, you have to go, you have to be in certain place, and run all the time side to side. And whenever you take a break, you understand, no, I can wait in a line a little bit longer. It's not going to kill me. I don't have to, keep running around every second.
Yeah, exactly. The culture today is actually push us to be that way, because they want us to produce. They want us to be accomplished machines. That's what the world wants. That's what society wants. It wants to take the life out of you so you can go ahead. How do you measure someone's success today? It's how much of a patience they have, how much of a good person they are, or how much money they have, or how much hard they work and all that. So we have to get out of this box and think that if we are calm, we can do wonderful things. We can actually observe better, and we can actually make it better choices. And then one thing that we can do that I think it's very helpful also is when you say, you know, when you go to a doctor and the doctor said, you have to do this diet. So, and then you go in and get out of, and you keep on a diet, but because you have to, you don't want to do it. It's like, it's unbelievable. When the doctor say, you have to, we don't want to do it. Because every time that somebody has to say to you, you have to do this, you do for a while, and then you give it up because no one wants to be forced to do anything in life. Free will, it's a wonderful thing. And we have this imprint in our soul, the free will. So it's much better when you say, I choose to do the diet. Okay? So always choose. You don't say, I have to be good, because you're gonna be fake. If you think that I have to be good, you're gonna be fake. But if you say, I choose to be good. If you say, you have to be kind, you're gonna be kind, not really kind. But if you choose to be kind, then you are an inspiration. Then you can do things. With patience, it's the same thing. You can choose in every situation in life. It's not like I have to be patient. It's what? I choose to be patient. I choose. Make that choice every single day. Because that choice is going to inspire and it's going to transform your life. And it doesn't matter if you are in line in a supermarket and the cashier is 90 years old. And you were that, when you are right there, you say to yourself, I choose to be patient at this moment. Forcefully, trust me, you're not going to do it. But if you choose, it's a different story. So I have an invitation today for you. And this invitation is about choosing. It's about choosing the life that you want to live. It's about choosing the person that you want to become. It's about choosing to be patient. Because when you choose, I can guarantee that no one will drive you crazy. No one. Trust me. I don't care what the situation is. It can be your wife or your husband. It can be your son or your daughter. It can be anybody. But don't make that choice only tonight. Remember to make that choice every single day. And when you lose and you become stressed a little bit, you go back to yourself and you say to yourself, no. I choose to be patient. And when you do that, tell me later. You're going to be the most wonderful patient in the whole world. Just because no one forced you to do it. Not because the Spirit's book is telling you that you have to. And that's the reason why we are not able to transform ourselves lately. It's because I'm here giving you a speech, and in your mind you say, oh, I have to do this. And have to doesn't work. But when you listen and then you make your own choice, things are completely different. Thank you very much.